One night, a peaceful lake released an invisible cloud, and by morning, nearly 1,800 people were dead. No explosion, no warning, no sound. But let's go back to the beginning. Because this lake, in the highlands of West Africa, it looked like the most peaceful place on earth. The people who lived nearby had loved this lake for generations. They fished here. Their children played at the shore. They called it a good lake. But deep beneath that beautiful surface, something had been building for hundreds of years, a ticking time bomb, hidden in the darkest, coldest part of the water. The morning after, August 22nd, a few survivors opened their eyes. Against all odds, they were alive, but they had no idea why. Outside, the streets were completely silent. Cattle lay dead in the fields, not a single bird in the sky. She walked for miles before she found another living person. When scientists arrived at the lake a few days later, they were completely confused. No signs of eruption, no earthquake damage, no chemical poison. The lake looked almost normal. Then, out of the blue, one scientist noticed something. The CO2 levels around the lake were off the charts. Carbon dioxide, invisible, odorless, was absolutely everywhere. Here's where the science gets fascinating. The lake sits on top of an ancient volcanic zone. Deep underground, magma constantly releases CO2, the same gas you breathe out right now. Normally, this gas rises and escapes harmlessly into the air, but this lake is extremely deep, and the pressure at the bottom forces CO2 to dissolve directly into the water, like carbonation in a soda bottle. For hundreds, possibly thousands of years, CO2 had been building up in the deep water, layer by layer, slowly, silently. The lake was quietly becoming a ticking time bomb. Now, imagine shaking that soda bottle as hard as you can, and then suddenly opening it. On the night of August 21st, something disturbed the deep water. A small landslide, perhaps. Nobody knows exactly. Whatever it was enough. The deep water suddenly rose toward the surface, the pressure dropped, and the gas had nowhere to go but out. CO2 is heavier than air. It doesn't rise. In the dead of night, the cloud rolled silently down the valley walls, through every street, every house, every room. CO2 has no smell. You don't feel it coming. You simply lose consciousness, and then you stop. Scientists called it a limnic eruption. An event so rare, it had never been recorded in human history before, and it was a wake-up call, because this lake was not alone. A smaller lake nearby had already killed 37 people 2 years earlier. Nobody connected the two events at the time. Then, out of the blue, they realized they had missed the warning entirely. And then there is a third lake, on the border between two countries, in Central Africa. It holds 500 times more dissolved gas than this one. 2 million people live on its shores. For them, the wake-up call hasn't come yet. Today, a pipe stands in the center of the crater lake, slowly bleeding off the gas, buying time. It's still running right now, but if it ever stops, the CO2 starts building again. Out of the blue, on any perfectly ordinary night, the lake could wake up. It's still there, still waiting. Today, you heard the real story of a lake that killed nearly 1,800 people in a single night, silently, invisibly, without warning. And the pipe that is still there today, still holding back the next disaster. This happened. This is real. If this story made you think, share your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. For more real stories like this one, stay with us.